What's up, Titans family? Welcome back to All Out Titans podcast. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. It's free. In tonight's video, we're going to be discussing who will be the better coach, Mike Vrabel or Brian Callahan. It's really hard to judge right now because we never really seen Callahan coach any games. We never seen how he does under pressure. We haven't got to see any of that. But I like Callahan. Now, you guys know how I loved Vrabel. I loved Vrabel. I was a big Vrabel fan, a big one. I was really upset when Vrabel got fired. I was really pissed off. I was like, what the hell is the Titans doing? I gotta say, I'm really liking this Callahan. I gotta say, I truly believe Ran Carthon is a better general manager than John Robinson. John Robinson, for the longest time, was the best GM we had. Yes, he made some dumb decisions in free agency in the draft, but he made us competitive. He really did. John Robinson turned our team around. We were horrible. Don't you guys remember in 2014, in 2013, 2014, 2015? We were the worst team in the league. John Robinson, when he took over, he made us competitive. Yes, he got fired because he traded A.J. Brown, which I don't blame. I mean, you trade a superstar receiver. You got lucky by drafting the guy. You keep that guy forever. And you have a great competitive receiver. A.J. Brown's one of the best receivers in the league, and the guy traded him. I don't know what was going through his mind. Ran Carthon is a lot smarter than I thought. I'm not going to lie. If you guys remember last year when Ran Carthon was hired, I was like, this guy's going to be too scared to spend money. He's not going to be able to make big trades. He's not going to be able to do great in free agency. And especially in the offseason when we lost to Nico Autry and then our linebacker. I knew that I was like, man, see this, here he goes. He's gonna be scared to spend money. But I was a big fan of Mike Vrabel. I really was. I really loved Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel was what the Titans really needed. Discipline. Remember under Malarkey and Wisenhunt, Munchak, and even Fisher, the Titans used to do a bunch of dumb stuff. It'd be like 4th and 1, a minute left in the game. They're in the red zone. They're down by 4, and then they would fumble the ball. Or they would get an offensive holding. The Titans were just so undisciplined. When Vrabel was hired, I knew right away. I was like, this is the kind of guy we need. This is the kind of guy we need. One thing you knew about the Titans under Vrabel, they were going to give you their very best. They were gonna punch and fight all the way to the very end. A lot of players only came to Tennessee because of Mike Vrabel. DeAndre Hopkins made it very clear. He only came to Tennessee because of Mike Vrabel. Jadeveon Clowney, he made it very clear. He loved Mike Vrabel. That's why he went to Tennessee. A lot of players really loved Mike Vrabel. So when Miss Amy fired him, I was really upset about it. I was like, who in the hell are they going to get to replace Vrabel? When we hired Callahan, I was like, okay, I don't know much about him. This is interesting. But ever since then, I gotta say, I really like this guy. They have the Titans winning little amount of games. They have us having the first pick next year. They have us winning no more than 6 games. Most experts have us only winning 2 games. 2 games. 2 games. That's ridiculous. The Titans were always known as a run-first team. Eddie George, Lendell White, Chris Johnson, Derrick Henry. We were always a run-first team. Brian Callahan's like, we're not doing that. We're going to be a high-tempo, fast-paced team. We're going to be competitive. We're going to be dynamite. We're going to be fast. We're going to be quick. And that's what we need to do nowadays. You know, don't get me wrong. I love the King. You know, I'm going to miss him. It's going to really suck seeing him in black and purple. But I think the Titans are going to be pretty damn competitive. Everybody has Houston to win the division. Yes, Houston's going to be tough. They are very much loaded. I mean, Houston is loaded. They took the Nico Autry. I was really upset about that one. And I swear, I hate that woman. I hate that woman. All she does is badmouth the Titans and thinks of us as a joke. There's 2 other teams in the division, but she has it out for the Titans more than anything. I hate that woman. I hate Cal McNair. I hate the Houston Texans more than I hate the Colts, more than I hate the Jaguars. I hate the Texans. I was going through the schedule, and I'm like, you know what? I have us winning at least 10 games. 10 games. I have us winning at least 10 games. Now, I know a lot of you out there are going to be like, man, you're crazy. You're crazy. You're stupid. What are you talking about 10 games? I have us winning at least 10. I'm actually thinking 12 games. I think we go 12-5. That's what I think. I truly believe so. We got to stay healthy. I know Hopkins is hurt right now, and this is the first time ever one of our star receivers gets hurt, and I'm not worried. Like, honestly, when he got hurt, I was like, oh, damn, man, that sucks. But you know what? We still got some receivers. We still got Calvin Ridley. We still got Tyler Boyd. And I can't believe Treylon Burks looks amazing. Treylon Burks looks amazing. I think this is perfect for Treylon. I really do. I think a new coach was perfect for him. I think he needed a fresh start. I think Rand Carthon sat him down and was like, you had a lot of pressure on you. You're supposed to be the A.J. Brown replacement. You're supposed to be the new A.J. Brown, all that. Screw all that. You got to get back to being you. It's hard to compare Mike Vrabel and Brian Callahan. How would you compare them? Would you compare them by the wins? Would you compare them by coaching itself? Would you compare them by strategies? You got to remember, most players that played under Mike Vrabel were saying he is by far the best coach they've ever had. That includes college, that includes high school, that includes other pro teams. They are saying Mike Vrabel's the best coach they've ever had. We're giving Brian Callahan dynamite receivers, great defensive backs. We're giving him talent. But Vrabel had talent in 2019. When I watched the games from 2019, the playoff games and stuff, I'm like, God, we look amazing. Amazing. Jarrell Casey, Jeffrey Simmons together? God, that looked good. Brian Callahan is an offensive-minded coach. Mike Vrabel was a defensive-minded coach. Mike Vrabel was an old-school, get-in-your-face type of coach. Grab your face mask, yell at you, tell you get the hell out of the meetings. Brian Callahan's not like that. He's a very easygoing coach, even though I heard he chewed him out the other day when Jeffrey Simmons got into a fight. I heard he was flipping out, yelling, and cussing at him. Shows he's got some balls. I like it. But he's more of an easygoing, calm type of coach. Mike Vrabel wasn't like that. Mike Vrabel was a very tough, strong coach. It's a big difference on the coaching styles that they have. It's a really big difference on what the outcomes could be. At the end of it, I will say that Brian Callahan will give us more wins. I think Brian Callahan will give us more wins because, one, he has more talent. Only thing I'm worried about with Brian Callahan is him calling his own plays. Yes, there are a lot of coaches out there that call their own plays. They really just need to focus on everything on the team. You know, an offensive coordinator just needs to worry about that. Arthur Smith is a great example. Arthur Smith was a great offensive coordinator for us. He was an amazing offensive coordinator for us. He was a horrible head coach. A horrible head coach. I am going to say the better coach will turn out to be Brian Callahan. I think we will get more wins out of Brian Callahan. I think he's a new kind of coach. The kind of coach we really need. I'm excited. I like him. Let's go. Tighten up. Subscribe.